I woke up engaged, and the ring wasn't on her finger, it was on mine. All right, I'm posting this from a burner because if anyone who knows me connects the dots, I'll get the same messages again. Let's grab a drink. Tell me everything. I need the details. And I'm not trying to relive it for entertainment. I just still don't fully get how I ended up being someone's fiancé, someone's alibi, and basically someone's convenient fall guy in the span of one day. So, morning. I wake up, grab my phone, and it's melting down, like hundreds of notifications. Congrats! Finally! You did it! Where did you get that ring? At first, I honestly thought I'd been added to some group chat by mistake. Then I opened my girlfriend's Instagram, let's call her Maya, and my stomach drops. She posted a story, a photo of my hand holding a ring. Caption, he said yes. And sure, that could be a joke, except the ring was actually on me, on my finger. Not a cheap one either. Heavy, cold, like real metal. And it fit like I'd been wearing it for weeks. I look at the bed. Maya isn't there, and it's not like she's in the shower. Her side is neatly made, like she never slept there at all. And my brain does what it always does when something makes zero sense. It grabs the first explanation that keeps you from panicking. Maybe I drank. Maybe I blacked out. Maybe she filmed something while I was asleep and I'm about to look like the biggest idiot alive. I walk into the kitchen and there's a note on the table. 3 lines. Don't call me until 1 p.m. If anyone asks, say we were together all night. And please don't take the ring off. I read it twice, then a third time. If anyone asks, who? Her friends? Her mom? No, it didn't feel like that. It felt official. And why would I need to say we were together all night? And why was the ring suddenly important? I didn't even have time to fully freak out because someone rang my doorbell. Not a casual knock. A confident, business-like ring. I open the door. There's a man and a woman. No uniforms, but you can just tell they're not selling solar panels. Morning, the woman says. We need to ask you a few questions. She flashes a badge. I didn't catch everything, but I definitely caught investigator. And right there I realized, the note wasn't a weird vibe thing. Maya knew someone was coming. First question, were you home last night? And here's the problem, I actually was. Alone. I watched a show, fell asleep, nothing dramatic. But I didn't say that. I don't know why. Panic, instinct, whatever. But the note was basically screaming in my head. Yeah, I say, we were here. Together. They ask where Maya is. I mumble something like, she left this morning. Errands. Then the guy looks at my hand. Interesting ring, he says. You keep it on at home? I made up something stupid like gift. They ask a few more questions, and then the woman says this. Someone left this building around midnight carrying a black bag. The camera footage isn't great, but the height and build match a woman. Are you sure you were together all night? My throat went dry. A black bag. Midnight. We're just verifying details. This wasn't about a cute engagement prank. This was about an alibi. They leave a card, and as they're walking away, the guy adds, try not to leave town. Cool. Great. Love that for me. The second they're gone, I do something I'm not proud of. I start looking through Maya's stuff. Not her phone. Her phone wasn't there. Not her messages. No passwords. Just drawers, closets, random boxes. The kind of stuff you do when you don't need proof. You just need something to make the room stop spinning. Behind a bunch of winter jackets, I find a shoebox. Inside, a passport that isn't hers. a stack of SIM cards, and an envelope with my name on it. I open the envelope. It's a photo of me, Maya, and some man I've never seen in my life. We're standing close, like it's a family picture or something. Like we're all comfortable with each other. On the back, written in marker, if he starts acting up, show him this. I sat down on the floor. I'm not being dramatic. My legs just stopped cooperating. Because that's not she's cheating. That's someone planned how to handle me. At 12:58, I get a text from an unknown number. Don't take the ring off. Don't answer anyone except me. And if you love me, don't try to be a hero. 1 minute later, a location pin. Parking lot at a mall. I drive there. She's in her car, hood up, trying to look invisible. She doesn't look guilty. She looks exhausted, like she hasn't slept in days. First thing she asks, "Did you tell them we were together?" I nod. She exhales like she's been holding her breath all morning. I start, "Maya, what is this? The ring, the investigators, the photo. What is going on?" And she says something that made no sense at the time. "I'm not really your girlfriend. I'm your cover story." I just stared at her, like, what are you talking about? She opens the glove box and pulls out papers, printouts, screenshots, photos. She points at the man from the photo. "That's my husband," she says. My brain literally froze. We lived together. For a year. I knew her friends. We had the same stupid coffee mugs. We did holidays. Normal relationship stuff. "You told me you were single," I say. She goes, calm, almost too calm. "I told you I lived alone. That part was true. And husband, it's not the normal kind." Then she explains it in this weird, careful way, like she's choosing words that won't get her killed. The basic idea, she needed to disappear. She needed a new life that looked real, something people could verify. And I was convenient, clean record, normal job, believable boyfriend. Yeah, that's a brutal sentence to hear out loud. I ask about the black bag. She says she took things she couldn't leave behind. Documents, drives, stuff that matters. And then she says, "If I do everything right, you'll just be a weird story. If I mess up, you'll be a very useful suspect." And then she asked me to do something I wasn't prepared for. "I need you tonight," she says, "to be seen with another woman, somewhere public, somewhere with cameras." At first, I actually laughed because I thought I misheard her. "What? You want me to cheat on you?" She looks at me and says flat, "This isn't about cheating. This is about making our engagement look fake. If they think I was just playing house and spiraled, they'll look for me like I'm reckless, not like I stole something important." And that's the moment the whole thing flipped again. It wasn't my girlfriend betrayed me. It was my girlfriend is using me as a prop in a bigger mess. And now she needs me to publicly blow it up. I got angry. I said it. "You used me." She didn't deny it. She just nodded. "Yeah," she says. "And I hate that it was you, because you're actually a good person." That good person line hit me harder than any apology. It felt like she was saying, "You didn't deserve this," while still doing it anyway. I left. I didn't do the whole, "Okay, I'll help" thing. I just left. That night, the investigators text me. "We need to clarify a few things. Can you come in?" I go. They sit me down and slide the same photo across the table. The one with me, Maya, and the unknown guy. And the woman says, "This man filed a report today. He says you've been stalking his wife, and he says you threatened him." My stomach dropped. Then she adds, "Also, according to tower pings, A phone registered to you was in a different part of town around midnight. I say, my phone was at home. She goes, a phone registered to you. And suddenly the shoebox makes sense. Passport, SIM cards, the ring. Someone had built a second me on paper. I walk outside, hands shaking, and I call Maya. Number disconnected. I go home, and my front door is slightly open. I know I locked it. Inside it's quiet, too quiet. On my kitchen table is another note. Short, you were perfect as long as you tried to be the right guy. And next to it, a flash drive. I didn't plug it in immediately. I just stared at it for a while, because once you see something, you can't unsee it. But if I didn't look, I was blind while someone was turning me into the villain. So I plug it in. It's security footage from my building. Midnight, a person in a hood carrying a black bag, walking like Maya. Then they turn toward the camera. It's my face, not kinda similar. My face, like someone filmed me. And the worst part, this is the part that still makes my skin crawl, is that they look straight into the camera and smile, like they knew I'd be watching. That's when it finally clicked. This wasn't a messy relationship. This was a setup, and I was never the main character. I was a tool. I didn't try to play hero. I did the only thing that felt remotely smart. I took the flash drive, the SIM cards, the ring, and I went back to the investigators. Yeah, I know. Congrats, you brought evidence against yourself. But I'd rather look suspicious with proof than innocent and clueless. I told them, I don't know who she really is, but someone is building a case around me. Here's what I have. The investigator looked at me for a long second, then handed me a cup of water and said, okay, now we can actually work with something. 2 days later, I got a message from an unknown number. I'm almost sure it was Maya. You did the right thing, but I'm not coming back. Please forget me. And the truth is, by then I wasn't even trying to get her back. I just wanted to know if any of it was real or if I'd fallen in love with a role someone wrote for me. Eventually, they told me the ring was inactive and I could take it off. It left this pale line on my finger, like a tan mark. And if you're waiting for the ending where everything gets explained and tied up, it didn't. There wasn't some clean confession, no big courtroom moment. The ending was quieter than that. It was me realizing I'd been chosen not because I was special, but because I was believable. And honestly, that messed me up way more than a normal cheating story ever could. If you've ever had that feeling, like you weren't in a relationship, you were in someone else's plan, tell me, because I keep thinking this can't be that common, but maybe people just don't talk about it.